back, baby faces. Victor Philly here. Let's see who's making their way to the ring. Old school.
Mi gente.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back yet again for another installment, and it's the road. It's the long road to WrestleMania, and things are brewing. Things are brewing. What's going on, man? What is this
no
table?
nice things are brewing, I heard.
We have a backdrop behind us now, and
Changes.
I think some of them royalties started kicking in, man. What's up?
Wait a minute.
Oh, there it is.
Now. Jeez.
Yo, now the sponsors can really see us, you know? What's up?
Jesus. Look, so this is what's left. This is what's left of the Black Barrel.
That's
we
what
gotta give it to old
That's what 50
school.
episodes look like.
This is what 50 episodes look like.
Cheers.
Oh, all right.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
fellas.
fellas.
Cheers,
Whoa. ¿Qué es lo que tú estás diciendo? Everybody gets a
everybody
bottle
gets
tonight.
something real quick.
Everybody gets a bottle, yo, Chubbs.
Oh,
Actually, you know what?
wait.
Get
You know what?
yourself a bottle.
That's right, my bad. Chivas doesn't have
50
that cap that we want.
Mine was a screw top. But
Yo,
you know
Toto?
what?
Oh man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this Russian roulette style. Pop the top, and we're gonna keep passing it to the right till we pass out. You ready?
Oh, shit.
What?
Woo! Cheers, fellas, to a
Cheers, gents.
50th. To a 50th.
I have the
Devil's
century mark right
kick.
there. Switch it
Bam.
up.
Yeah, pass that down. Look,
Oh, God.
this is what we're doing for a 50.
Ugh.
You guys are just gonna watch us drink.
Yeah, that's it. There was no wrestling that went on this week, so
Fuck you.
Not at all.
not at
There you
all.
go.
Damn.
Just wait till it works its way all the way around.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember what the fuck this shit was as I sipped it.
Oh,
Fuck.
Jameson.
There you go.
Oh shit, hold up. Wait, I don't think I could do a show right now. I'm sorry, babyface. So
Yeah, old school.
let's talk to him real quick. It's been a very eventful weekend. We had a pay-per-view. We had an event. Shout out to Rockefeller Sports Bar. Shout out to the people who showed love.
That's right.
It was an okay pay-per-view, I think.
It was
we
good.
we literally called everything on this show.
You want to go through it? Let's go through it.
Let's talk to him a bit. We started the night, the kickoff with the New Day defeating Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. I don't think anybody really saw that.
Yeah.
I was busy ordering drinks at that point.
Right.
Because you needed them.
Yeah.
Desperately. What? Oh, I don't even remember the order because we have the order all fucked up.
No, that's the order.
Yeah, that's
Is that the
yeah,
order?
yeah,
That's
that's
the order.
That's the order.
Okay, so the
Your
New Day.
fucking order
I had
is
one
all
job,
fucked up.
asshole.
Right. Oh, that's right. So the Usos defending the tag titles. How we feel about that?
Snooze Fest?
We knew it was gonna be Shane versus Miz, right? So obviously I was wrong. I said it was gonna be always end up being Bryan and Miz, but I think last week or the week before we conceded that
SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah.
Bryan and
SummerSlam.
Miz, right? Let Miz scratch his way back up.
Ma-
Although I can also see the WWE blowing their load too quickly and doing this for like Extreme Rules or something.
Kinda
you know?
like- kinda like
Backlash
Vic
special,
over there?
yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
that kind of tends to happen a bit. I mean, right? Not just WWE, right?
Nah, you need to talk to somebody about that.
I mean, about
Perfectly
that.
natural.
Moving
for
on.
other
Moving on.
people.
Asuka defeated Mandy Rose for the women's title, right? I think we called that as well.
And we might have a new little feud building up.
I hope so because if we don't, then WrestleMania is not looking too entertaining. At least for that SmackDown women's title. I'm telling you right now, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
what the hell's going on with Mandy and EC3?
I don't know.
You
What
saw
is
that like
it?
little weird outtake at the beginning.
I think he's trying to kick it to her.
Oh, okay.
I would too.
Weird. Well, that's true.
And I ain't talking about Mandy Rose.
So the women defend their tag team championship against Nia Jax and Tamina. Anything interesting about that? to
Not
you
a
guys?
not a damn thing. Only
No.
because we're not done here.
Well,
Oh, word! I completely skipped over a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, a bunch of
actually.
shit. But we're not done there.
right.
One of the which you did skip over was the Bar versus.
Kofi Kingston,
Kofi
a very
Kingston.
important storyline match here.
So here's what happened. So the New Day barges into McMahon's office. You don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. We're from the '90s. We know how to comport ourselves, right? We know you don't bust down the door of Vince's office and start making demands. At least it's not gonna end well. lucky for the New Day, it ended non-violent way and penalizing way.
I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say.
I'm trying to say that they didn't get penalized at all for just barging in like that.
Well, are you kidding me? They're making Kofi go around and jump through hoops like that. That's exactly.
Well, that's
what
separate.
The punishment is.
That was supposed to happen regardless.
Fuck that. Kofi's getting rammed. Like that's what you get. Like, oh, all right, you want to fuck around? I see what you're saying. Like, oh, why didn't they get like a bigger punishment? But I think that's the game. Like, he's like, oh, okay, you're gonna. I think that at the end of the day, Vince is gonna turn this around and be like, this is what I did. Like, I created you. You see how I created you?
Basically.
Facts.
So like this is you've never been as good as you've ever been because of me, because of what I put you through. Had I not done the gauntlet, like you wouldn't have been. So you know what I mean? Like Vince could always turn this around and be about him. So I could see him being like, you breaking into my office was a very important point.
I made you an A+ player.
Hey, I made you an A. Yeah.
Even though
B+, right?
they call him we'll get to that though. Anyway, moving on. The Raw Tag Titles revival.
We kind of no-sold the fact real quick that this Kofi Kingston thing, right, was like, oh, I promise you I'm gonna give you a match, right, at Fastlane.
Yeah,
And
it was all about wording.
And the triple threat sounded like a great idea.
Yeah, at the time, before it was the bar, I guess. But yeah, the revival. Listen,
They did it exactly how I said it would happen too. They got over on Chad and Rude and not Ricochet and Black.
No, I think Ricochet and Black is gonna be a thing for a minute.
Can someone explain to me why Rude and Gable are still a thing?
Well, they are matching uniforms now, old school. They gotta.
The WWE doesn't even know why they're a thing. Like I don't think they fully comprehend that part.
But like someone needed to do main events. They're like, screw it, we'll put Rude and Gable in together.
Where's James Storms when you need him? Because that's what we need.
Yes.
Beers?
Some beer money.
Beer money.
I always need beer money.
No, I just need the money.
So United States Championship, right? Samoa Joe in a 4-way retains. It was a good match.
It was a good match.
So like the whole card was a bunch of good matches. Like I didn't think any of the matches were like suck ass matches. Although
It was a solid
Mandy
pay-per-view.
Rose had like a dusty finish there with Asuka, but overall the pay-per-view was really, really well done. Like we said before, the women's tag titles, no surprise there. Then we got Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and Mustafa Ali. How was that?
That was amazing, but do you really want to think like Mustafa Ali's gonna be in the main event picture after this, or is just a fill-in just to get to Kofi fans?
No. I think it was more like his reward that he was supposed to get at Elimination Chamber, and they couldn't give it to him. So they're like, you know what, kid?
Right. That's how I felt.
We'll put you in here.
I felt that too.
Oh,
But I'm about to feel that in a minute too.
That's what she said.
I like that they're actually using him in pay-per-views, not just TV now too. So they actually gave him back that do-over for the chamber, and that's pretty cool. Like they're not forgetting about him right away. So at least he had that. As far as the match goes, I loved it, man. I put Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan in the ring together. I'm watching it every single time.
Amazing knees.
Becky
DB.
Lynch and Charlotte. What a way to do it though. No, you didn't like. I mean, Ronda just coming in and
She fucking
ending
tapped her.
Le picó un
Ring the
poquito.
bell. She popped a pimple on her back.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Whoa, jeez.
That's a lot.
I was gonna say that I felt like it was one of those things where, so is Ronda supposed to be a babyface now? Like, 'cause she's giving us what we want?
Ronda officially turned heel, and now I like her.
But where'd she turn
Yeah.
heel?
Oh right, we didn't get there yet, right?
Didn't she turn
That was
heel on
Raw.
Raw when she
No,
picked
she
up her belt?
yeah. That was kind of like the beginning of the heel turn.
Yeah.
Right.
she-
That was
yeah.
the beginning. You're right.
Even though it was kind of weird, like we didn't get that, right? It wasn't until
Yeah.
the following Raw that she was like, "Yo, like this is all carny bullshit. Like this is all fake, blah blah blah."
kind of like the main event.
The work shoot.
The main event of the evening, which should have been the first match of the evening, I think.
Yo, do you remember why we hated Roman Reigns before like he went away?
Yes.
Because he wouldn't go away,
Yes.
and now like he's
Back.
He's back. Wow, like it really did not take long.
Yeah. I'm not on the bandwagon. I don't
Oh.
think I'm happy everything worked out and all that, but I'm not ready to see him in the main event picture. I'm glad.
Guys, have a heart.
I'm glad he's back, and
Yeah.
he's not gonna
What'd you say?
continue.
I said have a heart.
I have a,
Hey,
I have a
First
large one
of all,
apparently.
Who are you talking?
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
what?
Do you forget who we are and what we do here?
This is true.
What?
This is-
What do we do?
Heels, pops,
whoa.
and chair shots. We're not talking about. Oh, you know, I hope he feels better. And obviously, on a personal level, yeah. I hope
Talk to.
he's doing well and everything. But storyline, like I'm not talking about Joe, right? I'm talking about in-ring Roman, right? That don't get it twisted, right? The Shield storyline is just like they're milking this so hard. It's so forced. Like there's no storyline reason for Roman to have come back and been so forcible about getting the Shield back together. There was no like they could have milked that for like a bunch of pay-per-views. Like Dean, like come back. They're doing this whole contract thing. Like they just wanted to get this last Shield run, and now everybody's saying like the last run. There's got to be something to that. I don't know, man. Like this feels like when you step in it and you're just trying to like freestyle your way back into it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to like force this whole Shield thing on us when it doesn't, like right now it doesn't feel organic. And even if Dean is leaving, like do you think Dean will never come back?
Dean and
Not
Roman
never.
for
Not
Mania?
never.
Maybe Dean and Roman for Mania, whatever they choose to do. But like
they
this
technically
forcing.
set something up for Roman already, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
get to that. Let's get to some news, yo.
Huh?
We kind of just jumped into Fastlane, get the shit out the way, but there's some stuff that happened this week.
So we have to send our condolences to Mr. Old School.
Yuseki Wally Yamaguchi.
Yeah, say that
Better
3 times
better
fast.
known to all of us from our Attitude Era days as Yamaguchi-san.
Yamaguchi-san.
The manager of Kaientai.
Is that the
Yes.
same Valvinus chop off your pee-pee?
That's the
I
one.
choppy
yeah.
choppy yo pee
Choppy,
pee.
That be the
choppy.
one.
That's why we can't have no nice
No,
things.
not
Speaking
one.
of no nice things,
Oh,
April 7th,
talk to him.
no nice
What we
things
doing on April
tailgate. We're doing some things.
Yeah?
Yeah, so MetLife Stadium, right? Home of the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania, right? The grandest stage that wrestling has ever put together. But what are you gonna do before you get there? You know what I mean? Like drinks are so expensive, food is expensive. It's hard to like have fun there. You kind of get there, shit happens really quickly. I want to get there early. I want to have a good time.
Yeah.
I want to play some games.
I ain't trying to spend $30 on a burger, bro.
Yo, what
quiero bailar
can we do?
reggaeton.
Oh, yeah, un
some
dembow.
dancing, right? Some honey.
Bring your mom.
Wow.
Bring your
Oh,
sister.
I
Bring your
mean-
tia. Bring your abuela.
I mean,
Jesus.
Hey,
Leave the wheelchair at home, though.
nah, bring it.
Yeah.
we gonna need it. Bring
You
it.
might need
Bring
it.
this issue.
No, bring it for your abuela.
Wow.
But push him that way. And bring her this way.
They see me rolling.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
so No Nice Things
Not
tailgate. April 7th, starting at 1 p.m. We're going to live stream that shit right here. Bang, bang.
Right here.
YouTube, right?
Right there. Then right
Follow
there,
us
too.
on social media. We're going to be there. Everybody's invited. We're going to do our live show. We're going to give out prizes. We're going to do all sorts of shit.
Hey, want to take a picture behind this beautiful backdrop over
No, actually, do you want to cut a promo with one of these title belts with this background
Yeah,
back
here? Even
here?
better.
We're going to have some details coming up soon about some competition.
Uh-oh.
But how about we do some promo wars, right? I think that might be fun.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll let the internet decide on that one. But let's move on. Harlem Heat in the Hall of Fame. How you feel about that, fellas?
I'll tell you how Dave Meltzer feels.
Oh,
How
Fuck
does he
fuck
feel?
the Dave Meltzer.
He no like. At least
Yeah.
not Stevie Ray.
didn't Stevie Ray tell him to go fuck himself?
Well, he will if he hasn't already. He
With reason.
he has noted that on Twitter. He said, "Yo, you'll see. The world's gonna hear what I have to say to people like that."
So, all right. Now let's think about it. Do you really think they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. I'll say they were one of the greatest tag teams of the 90s.
Are they?
Really
The
feel
WCW,
that
the WCW Hall of
The
Fame.
real question is, are they really from Harlem?
No, grass.
The Harlem section of Houston,
We'll drink to that.
wherever that is.
Ironic.
I'm sure
as
there's a
fuck.
Harlem in Houston somewhere.
Is there a Houston Harlem?
Probably not.
Houston?
Houston shit.
Houston.
Shout out to Houston Street. We out
Houston.
here.
That's what's that. WWE signs former Impact Wrestling star.
Robbie E., who's
Holla.
famous for going out with Brooke Adams. That's
Oh.
about all I really
Didn't he
That's
do
his
the
claim
stint
to
with
fame?
Didn't he do the stint with the guy from the Jersey Shore?
He
You're
had
You're
that-
right. No, not with the guy, with the gal.
The girl from
The
this
girl
shit.
from
okay.
Angela?
I don't
Angelina.
know. Let me-
Angelina, there you go.
I'll ask wifey. Wifey watches that. So
Isn't that the chick that shits her pants?
Yes, she was. I think.
Sacochina de miércoles.
Wait. But there was more. There was more. You also had Stokely Hathaway, who's probably one of the best up-and-coming managers coming from ROH.
Shout out to Stokely. He can talk.
And Wade Bloom, AWA. He was, I believe, Bo Beverly of the Beverly Brothers. His son, who's like 6'3", 275.
He looks
just
like
got signed.
like a young version of Gene Snitsky.
A little
Is that a good
bit.
thing?
Fucking feo de mierda.
Or a roided version of Matt Riddle.
Oh.
Speaking of Matt Riddle, yo, how do you feel about this comparison? I feel like Matt Riddle's the current day RVD, at least in being over.
Oh, I thought it was because of the marijuana you said.
Well, that's
I think that's exactly the connection you made because I don't.
Bro.
and some slight
no, I
martial arts
feel like
comparisons.
back in the Attitude Era, post
Right.
Attitude, RVD was the cool guy to like. You know, he's the cool wrestler to be behind. And now I feel like Matt Riddle's taking over that title.
Said no one ever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're still thinking about the weed thing.
Yeah, I think that's more 420 than anything else.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Cool.
Oh, I see.
Nah, but yeah, Matt Riddle, he just does nothing for me right now. Not yet. I don't see what the big deal
But wait
is
until
yet.
he retires, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that's
think
another
that's
thing.
gonna happen?
That's
You think that's
another
real?
thing. Like, I just feel that's a little bit of.
Wait
too
till
much
him
precision.
and Keith Lee get into a feud.
Ooh.
How about Stephen Amell and Dave Bautista get into a feud?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Stephen Amell was he tweeted out, just landed and found out about Dave Bautista and Triple H. Real pumped about for the match, but also don't want to see the celebrity angle detract from an awesome wrestling card. Dave Bautista had some time on his hands and he responded, considering that celebrity could actually fuck someone up and that celebrity is a former 6-time heavyweight champ and that celebrity is there because he loves it, maybe it just adds to the card. Maybe. Brilliant.
Where Drax is coming for Oliver Queen.
Ooh.
Death of Arrow.
Tough.
Jax will fuck him up. We want to talk about this takeover?
Pretty chubby.
What do you want to do? You want to do a whole bunch of spoilers right now, live on the air?
Are we gonna ruin this for them? Are we gonna ruin this for America?
You forgot who we were?
That's right. God damn, you better tell them right
Let's
now. Talk
just
to them.
no. All right. Let's just say that we know that Tommaso Ciampa is out with that injured with the he just had the surgery on the neck.
Man. Successful surgery though.
Success.
Shout out to Tommaso Ciampa.
Unfortunately.
Get well soon, brother.
But
Wait, what are you talking about? Didn't Gargano just turn on him?
he did.
Yes and no.
That's what I had saw on the television.
yeah. On the tube.
But we here at HPC know who will be competing for the NXT title
Oh, you had that.
For-
Oh, you don't have
for
to.
NXT Takeover New York, and Johnny Gargano is one of the participants.
Who's the other one? I feel like I know him. I feel like I know him personally.
Whoa. Yo, where are your parents?
Adam
We-
Cole,
Baby!
Yo, y'all got to back up from the mics.
Yeah, let's not cut off right now real quick.
baby.
I bet.
Yeah, he's gonna be a 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 falls, baby.
Wow,
Winner
that's
take
something.
all.
That is something,
What
man.
do you see? I think Johnny Gargano takes that. I don't know if I'm just throwing that out there right now.
So, this week, or actually 2 weeks ago, ENC Podcast, shout out to them. They started a thing where they're gonna interview each and every single member of the Undisputed Era.
And they're halfway there.
They're halfway there now. But you know what usually happens when they get on the show,
You
right?
made that shit sound like they're interviewing all of NWO from the 90s.
But-
the 2000s.
No,
like,
but to the it's because
it's for them motherfuckers. Like,
but but it's
oh,
gonna
they're
take
halfway there. Like,
it's gonna take a few weeks though.
4 weeks.
4 weeks, a full month. But point being, we all know everybody gets rocket strapped on that show for some strange reason. I have no
Is
idea
it
why.
strange?
It's
They're
very
the rocket
strange.
strappers.
So I feel like Adam Cole and them will be coming up sooner rather than later. So I think this is the perfect time
I think it's a time.
for either him to grab the title, or yeah, just job to Johnny and come up.
Technically, isn't Gargano part of the main roster anyway?
Yeah,
Right.
So,
So I think Adam Cole
takes it.
takes this one.
It's the dawn of the Undisputed Era.
Yes. And remember, Adam Cole did say at one point he was gonna be like, "Yo, Undisputed will hold all the belts in NXT."
We'll see about that.
So
We'll
it's bound. It's almost there, I guess, right? If he wins,
We'll see, because I also know who will be taking on the War Raiders for the NXT Tag Team titles.
Who's that?
And we are looking at them. They perform on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh my God!
Heavy
So
Machinery?
No.
it
Who's
is
that?
the brand new tag team of Aleister Black and Ricochet, and let me tell you, they were they were in the Dusty Rhodes Classic, right?
They did.
They won it.
Spoiler alert, asshole.
Right, that's what that meant, because they were supposed to. Oh, okay, I
Mama
see what you did
Pinga.
there. Damn, but you see,
Come
that's
on,
this is why this is the second team, or is it
nice things.
how many teams have gone to this classic that weren't teams and won? This is the second, right?
This is a second, because the first one was
Joe and Finn.
Joe and Finn.
Is this gonna be like a thing now? Are we gonna be
Joe
doing
and Finn
this
won
now?
the first one, right?
That was the very first one.
AOP won the second one.
Yep.
And
Oh, AOP.
Undisputed Era.
Okay, I was
won
thinking who won the second one. I can remember. All
the
right.
third one.
Moving on. We got the North American title match. Matt Riddle versus. Oh yeah, I just talked about.
We said that. Yeah.
Fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Title. I don't know why I read through the whole thing. Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Shayna Baszler.
That's a man, baby.
Right.
But now let's talk about the real main event.
The real main event.
This tag team titles match.
I think we gotta go over this and pick our
I thought
picks
we
right
went over
now.
the tag team titles.
Fuck the
Nah.
go home show.
Yo, the main event.
Nah.
The main event. Baby.
Nah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go over it at WrestleMania.
Oh,
We're gonna go over it at WrestleMania.
We'll do that at the tailgate.
No, because
Oh.
it already happened.
Yeah, dickhead. We'll go
Yeah.
over
Oh,
it.
we'll review it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that WrestleMania show's got
That
a
tailgate
lot.
is gonna turn. It's turning out into something
That's
special
that's
already.
how we're opening the fucking wrestle. Oh, we're telling you too much. God damn it.
Shh! Don't tell nobody.
Chupavicho.
Walter P. Dunn, man. Who you got?
Not Walter Mercado.
Walter.
I like Walter, man, going over. I think Pete Dunne's carried it too long.
Yeah.
already. I think it's
I think
already
it's
time.
time, yeah.
I think.
I hope Pete gets called up.
Yeah, I think the only way that happens is if he's getting called up. To be honest.
So we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll decide.
Walter's
plenty
gonna
of
be.
time.
We'll decide his future for him later.
Walter's gonna be the UK version of Brock. He just shows up for the pay-per-views.
I Brock, European.
Let's get raw.
Let's get raw,
what she said.
gentlemen. Let's get raw.
All right, this is the part where we play the music. Alright, cool. So-
all right, so Roman Reigns comes out, guys.
You mean
With a shield, and
we're starting the show with Roman Reigns?
no, why would
We're
we?
starting
He's
the
gone.
show
Oh,
with
that's
the
right.
Hounds
he's
of
back.
Justice.
Yeah, we're starting the show with Roman Reigns again. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay, and then what happened?
so then the Shield comes out together, and they go over the fact that they're gonna split up again.
What is
They
what
leave
is-
Seth in the ring.
Hold on, what is the purpose of that? Like, what is the purpose of repeatedly telling us that this is a one night only? Like, what-
So
that
they
wasn't
needed
even a proper farewell.
they needed to give Roman something. They needed to put Dean in there before he leaves. They said, "Fuck it, let's reunite him before it's all said and done. You never know when we can do this again, and we can milk it and sell some merch."
So here's the thing. When they brought back Roman, it was actually the highest rated Raw since October of 18.
I can
So
Vince
Vince is like, I'm right. Roman's money.
I saw that. I saw the
Roman
ratings,
was
and-
the ratings, or Roman's leukemia was the ratings, and the
Oh.
update.
Well,
Facts, my guy. Because if it was just a regular Raw, Roman wouldn't have drawn
Okay,
that.
I mean, but good for him.
No, definitely good for him. I'm just saying, but it's not Roman's character that's the draw here. It's the fact that people wanted to know
yeah, that
the
he's healthy
update.
and that
They
he's
wanted to
good and-
see what was going on, and I think that's what happened. So now Vince figures, oh, Roman's back. You know, people want to see him. You know,
we
Let's
have him
book
win
him.
the King of the Ring.
I see a WrestleMania 9 coming along.
Oh, God.
Hope
I
not.
see one of these coming.
So they
along.
leave Seth in the
Lord.
ring, and immediately gets interrupted by the man behind the man, Paul Heyman, the one behind the one in 21-1,
Hey.
and of course he's not nowhere to be found.
Why would he be there? I wouldn't be there.
Would you not?
Nah, fuck that. They're paying me not to be there. Why the fuck would I not be there?
Facts.
Yeah?
It was a good promo. I like the fact that they keep bringing up that Brock Lesnar struggled with the likes of Seth.
Well, because they got to tell that story,
Yeah.
right? Like, or else, like, what are you watching?
And it wasn't until he mentioned that I kind of bought into the fact that maybe Seth can come away with this one now a little bit, at least a little more than before.
They got you.
They got me.
You're a fucking sucker.
Hook and sinker.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Oh, yeah. Remember last time they showed you that pipe dream? What happened? Fucking Brock Lesnar threw Daniel Bryan around the ring for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, but this is the climax here. This is it.
That's what she said.
He's going to UFC. Seth's gonna be the hero,
We're children.
unless Roman Reigns comes out.
Blah,
but
blah, blah. Seth Rollins versus Shelton Benjamin. I don't give a fuck.
oh, good to see Shelton Benjamin though.
Yeah, yeah.
Good seeing him.
Can we
Wait,
at least
that wasn't-
appreciate the fact that they kept the history of the relationship between
That was
No,
Sheldon and
because
Brock?
they didn't. They did it when it was off air.
Wait,
They
wait,
the
did it
commercial?
during commercial break.
That was-
my favorite time on
that
the
was
show.
Shelton Benjamin. I thought that was Sonny Kiss.
I don't know if that was a shot at Sheldon or you giving props to Sonny. I mean,
Shout out to No Nice Things Tailgate.
That wasn't
April 7th, we gonna be out
the
there.
only thing going over.
Good
Sonny
match
Kiss.
here, man.
About Shelton Benjamin, right? I had read that there's a rumor flowing around that they might make a fucking Heyman crew, like a faction.
Well, they said he
so
paid him.
So you're saying it's the reunion of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew
Oh,
Yeah.
let's
or
go,
Stretching
baby.
Crew? Sorry.
Stretching
Yeah,
crew.
so they're thinking that they might be able to extend Brock's contract for another couple of pay-per-views, and in the meantime, people like Shelton and Heyman can carry storylines just like Heyman has, but Heyman needs a little bit more firepower.
You know what
So,
sucks though? This is what happened with Curtis Axel, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were doing the feud with Punk, and you can't have Punk grab Heyman, so you have him job out Axel like 3 months in a row.
Yeah, I mean, but that
I mean,
It's
it was a
true,
bad
Sheldon.
times.
This is what his career is at his
Right.
stage in the game, but I don't know. I feel like the man deserves just a little bit more.
Well, good performance. They really did their thing. Moving on, Lashley and Balor for the Intercontinental title. Yo, what is up with this creepy ass fucking rapist,
Wizard of Oz, Zordon,
peekabooing motherfucker?
What the fuck?
We doing this? What we doing now? Like we getting sneak peeks during guys' entrances now and shit. Like
Yeah,
we're gonna
that was
fucking-
weird.
Yeah.
This guy thought what had happened was he was backstage and they put the Nia Jax overlay by accident. They got mad close to his eyeballs and shit, but he don't know how that
That's
shit
nice.
works. That was weird, but I didn't care for the match. And then for Bobby Lashley to win, I mean, I was just like, yes, yes, fuck all of you, son. I do not like Finn Balor's a great wrestler and all, but I want to see Bobby Lashley piss all you motherfuckers off, yo. I get my fucking rocks off reading Twitter and everybody crying me rivers about, oh, but Finn is such an extraordinary wrestler and he lost the Universal Championship and he never, ever got to go back for it again. And then he got the one time and then he didn't get the time. Fuck you. All right. This was brilliant. And I love, as annoying as he is.
You love the hot potato for the Intercontinental title?
Yes.
Right now, going on?
Because people talk about how it's supposed to be the workman's title. I want to see them work.
It
for
gotta
it.
change. It gotta change hands.
And so,
And if you, especially if you're defending every day,
yeah,
every
and,
week. I mean, I'm sorry, every week.
And I mean, yeah, there's a certain panache to like having a champion hold the title for a while, and absolutely that's true. But if you want to show that the competition is tight, you hot potato.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not a bad thing, necessarily.
Not always.
You know what I mean? You have to build the legitimate threat.
It's
and-
like everything
Besides-
else. You need it in moderation, right?
Yeah, but besides, I think the prestige of that title's already been brought up thanks to The Miz.
Yo, but not for nothing. You get a title, like the Universal title that hasn't changed hands, and it's fucking sitting in the Brock's closet or probably his trunk. Like he hasn't even fucking opened his wrestling book bag in a minute. So it's nice to see a title that fucking has new faces and it's kind of like getting bounced around. Stop crying.
Facts.
I love all this.
Facts. Ronda Rousey.
And then I stopped loving it. No, Rousey. Listen, the heel thing. I loved it.
Okay, at this point, Ronda's trolling.
Yeah.
She's borderline trolling, right?
Yeah.
Like it's she's trying a little bit too hard.
Um.
You could tell that the promo was written and well spelled.
Yo.
And
well spelled.
And well spelled.
Yo. So Dana Brooke comes out.
Yo, with no makeup.
The guardian of the women's division.
She cuts like a rambling kind of promo. It was probably her best promo, but son, it was like
Her only promo.
You would think like every time you come out is like, yo, this is your report card. Like I need you to be a star every time you come out here. And she came out and she was like stumbling and like cracking and just like repeating. I was like, I want better from you, Dana Brooke.
And that's why you haven't been on TV in like 5 months.
Yeah. Oh man. And then so they do the storyline where like Ronda stomps her out, and then you're like, why?
Fuck it.
What was all that about?
Fuck
And then
it.
We didn't even
No,
see
but
an
then
armbar.
Not a single armbar. Yeah,
No,
we gotta pay.
no.
We gotta pay $60.
Does she-
Fight TV, bitch.
Shout out
No,
to
the-
Fight TV. We catch all your local action, I guess.
But it hasn't been $60 in fucking years, yo.
For real.
Like you got the network for $10.
I don't-
$9.99 to be exact.
Listen, she's also waiting for Jeff Harvey to come back.
Oh
so.
God, not that stint again.
So NXT Young,
Shout out Mike Adams.
the NXT Young Bucks versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
Oh God.
Surprise, surprise.
Here we go again.
The developmental team. You mean the guys that are supposed to come up from like the lower level? They come up here and they're just fucking beating teams and beating teams and beating teams. Like this is cool. So apparently and then Corey Graves has the fucking audacity to be like, oh well, it shows you how tough the Raw tag team division is. Suck my dick, bro. Like that shit made no sense. How are you gonna fucking have this young ass, new ass team come up here and just start
New
whooping
ass
ass?
team.
Come on, man. Like, yes, Aleister Black is a talent. Ricochet is a talent. I'm not saying that. Storyline-wise, character-wise, it does not make sense for these guys to beat all these vets. What does that say about your established stars at the tag team division? What does it say about your Bobby Roodes and your Chad Gables and your Revivals, who after the match had to attack Ricochet and Black from behind because it's the only way they're going to get up on them?
It's really hard to watch your champions go through such shit, and now you're gonna be seeing the same three teams again. That's why I purposely didn't watch this one, and another one on SmackDown too. But we'll get there. You're gonna see this again.
You mean our multi-tag team title match at
Right,
Mania?
Multi-Mania 35.
That-
I don't.
Pre-show.
It's
Oh, wait,
lazy at
What's
this
happening
point.
at
It's
Multimania
lazy.
35?
There's gonna be a tailgate with No Nice Things, and
Whoa.
it's gonna be lit.
No Nice Things tailgate April 7th.
Now
Follow
one
us
nice thing's gonna
on
be there.
social media. Holla.
We out here.
That's it.
HBC Too Sweet
That's all I got.
on Twitter and IG.
True.
Moving on though.
We're also on Facebook, but you wouldn't know that today because Facebook's been down all fucking day apparently.
For real, that was annoying. So listen, what was traditionally a way to bring in celebrities and old vets, has now slowly but surely become the official "we don't have nothing for you" spot of the season. And this year, the award goes to Mrs. Alexa fucking Bliss. What the fuck?
I'm
What
hosting
the
WrestleMania, guys.
fuck? I said it last week. I said it weeks before. This girl cannot wrestle right now. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. She should be fighting Asuka for the championship one-on-one.
My main curiosity is why.
Well, maybe not Asuka. But I'm just saying she should
But
be.
no. I
she should be
mean
doing
like why do we have the host like this? I thought like what are Colin Jost and Michael Che?
Special
something.
correspondence.
They're correspondents. They gotta tell you what's going on throughout backstage and shit.
Like when
and
Maria
whatnot.
Menounos did it when The Rock was the host.
Right.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No?
I remember that.
Oh.
But that shit was dumb as fuck. I thought we moved past that. I thought we learned from our mistakes and we was just like, all right, here, Colin Jost, give Braun Strowman a car to beat up so that we can sell some toys.
I don't
Ding,
know,
ding,
man. I
ding.
don't fucking get it, but I just knew something was up, and there's something wrong. There's
Right.
something wrong here.
We're gonna talk about that segment where Braun Strowman just beats up a car, and then Mattel already has the toy set up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nah, it comes with the Braun Strowman, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Okay,
It's the Braun
yeah.
Strowman and the exact same car.
Nice.
Oh, the red car with the black hood with the
Yeah?
yeah.
Oh, my
And he
God.
beats it up, and the pieces fall off the car. You haven't seen it?
Nah.
Oh, that shit is lit. But it's like, so
Hey guys, you know when I first saw that? In like 1995 when Zangief was beating up the car in Street Fighter 2.
Shout out to Street Fighter 2.
I've only seen the E Honda one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, how do you feel? Like, I thought wrestling was real. What are you telling me? You're telling me that Braun Strowman did this shit and like these toys are already made?
It's the real me, damn it. Dude,
This
don't
must
watch
have been-
Ronda's little video, okay?
Wrestling's fake.
It seems scripted or
I
something.
thought Undertaking came with brothers.
Predetermined.
Fuck. Who's
Um,
Sister Abigail? Is she real?
listen,
I
this
think
ma-
that's
this-
Kofi-
Kofi,
Steven
but Kofi
Wig.
talked about the Tooth Fairy. Is he real? What's happening, guys? I don't know what real life is.
Is
Fuck.
it the-
Kofi
it-
also
listen.
Jamaican, but you know.
Oh shit!
he was Jamaican man.
That's
Was it you Jamaican man? I can't shit on Raw completely. They revived a already dead main event that we've probably seen one too many times. But this is proof in the pudding, man. When you season up that cheap ass steak just a bit, it'll make it easier to go down. Anybody could book Ambrose and Drew because they've been doing it. Like, this is like what, the fourth time we've seen it?
Who cares?
Right. So anybody could book up that match for the 100th time, but you can have Drew jump Roman the way he did. Yo, and give Ambrose that motivation. I'll watch it every time now. At least you have motivation now. Now it gives you a little seasoning to it. Maybe some some more flavor than just the dry. Oh, here comes Ambrose for another main event match that he's probably gonna lose and job to whomever.
Roman Reigns soon enough.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's.
I
gonna be his
think
last match.
the way that they booked this here with Drew coming out and assaulting Reigns this week, I think that's gonna book that match. And why not, right? Put Drew over Roman now, and he keeps selling the fact that he's gonna go through each and every single member of the Shield. I already got my prediction for Mania and post Mania. First feud right off the bat is gonna go to Drew McIntyre for Seth.
You think so?
I think so. I think he gets past Roman at Mania. He already got past Ambrose. Ambrose is not gonna, make much noise.
I guess not.
And then Seth is next after. He can literally say, if he defeats Roman at WrestleMania, he can literally say Seth is the last guy left after Mania, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I think they're gonna go with this. I don't know.
Well, Elias here,
Oh.
right? We're good, taking it back to Raw. Talks crap about the city, right? He does his thing. No Way Jose comes out, and No Way Jose gets drop kicked through the ropes, which I thought was cool, and he gets to drift away on the stage.
That was pretty fucking dope, man.
Yeah, that drop kick, I like that. Like, I don't want to see dives anymore. You want to impress me? Yo, go feet first. Yo, son, not for nothing. Like, that shit is impressive. You, like, at least when you go head first, you can, like, guide yourself with your arms. You can break your fall. You go feet first. See what the fuck happens.
And what happened? What's up with Jose's hair now?
I dig. It's something.
Yeah, it's
Did you like the fro?
looking like Naomi now.
Yeah. He stole the glow.
Stole the glow. Lacey Evans made an appearance again.
And she interacts with Nia Jax and Tamina.
For the-
Moving on. Fuck it. Like, for what?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? Like, all right, cool. She's classing up the joint. That there was a point to this.
Beth
I've lost
Phoenix
the
and
point.
Natalia,
The Divas of Doom?
the divas that are gonna be competing for the
They
women's
have
title.
returned.
I think they're gonna be the other team added to the multi-team tag title match. I guess I'm assuming that's the only reason why you bring Beth here, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Well, there's rumors that the women's tag team are going to be defended with another Raw tag team with Smackdown.
And
tag
NXT,
team and an
right?
NXT tag team.
Oh,
Those
wow.
are the rumors.
Okay.
I can dig that.
Yo, Triple H and Batista.
And one of the best worst promos I've seen in quite some time. Cause yo, it was good, right? But like, it was so bad. Give me what I want. You want it? Yeah, give me what I want. No, I want it. You want it? Do you want it? I'll give it to you. Give it to me. I won't give it to you. Give it to like. What are you begging for, dick? Like, yo, this is a lot, yo.
That was just so wrong.
There
the
was a
entire promo was
Baby,
so
if
like.
you give it to me, I'll give it to you.
Triple H says he wasn't giving Batista anything.
But then he finally said he would do it.
Oh.
You want it? You want it?
He gave it
It's
up at the
on.
end, right? He gave it up at the end.
You're gonna job to me at WrestleMania.
Rest in peace to that microphone that drowned in Batista's sweat
Oh my
and
god.
spit. Jesus H Christ. Kurt Angle comes out and he's telling us that this is gonna be his last match.
Yes, and we will be there live.
In Pittsburgh, and he has his match with Apollo Crews, which was like interesting, I guess. I don't know. Like,
It was good for Apollo. He's a big fan, obviously, and I think it's a good match anyway. It's just they don't give him the time to have a great match. It's just
only cool, if there's some like personal relationship there, then that's cool for them to have that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I would have much rather have liked to seen like Shelton Benjamin here.
Oh wow, yeah,
you know what I mean. I felt like that would have been good. And
wow, yeah.
I know the rumors are that while he said that his last match was going to be at WrestleMania, the rumors are John Cena, and I wouldn't have wanted to see Cena here, but at least I wanted it to make sense, and I didn't feel like Apollo Crews made sense. So again, if there was some kind of personal relationship there, then that's cool, and I hope they enjoyed the moment. But I think it was lost on like the majority of fans, and they would have appreciated someone more relevant to them.
Yeah, and I feel that.
Yeah,
It kind of feels like more inside. Than
and if it is, then that's cool, and I missed that. Like that's something I just didn't get out of it. But I would, as a fan, I would have rather seen him face like somebody that has a relationship there, that like he's got to do his farewells.
Yeah.
So like maybe that's what it is. Maybe he is gonna have 3 matches like between now and Mania, and like next Monday he'll have somebody else, and then the following Monday another. You know what I mean?
Him and AJ.
Maybe him and AJ. Yeah, sure. He comes out. Maybe he comes out, or AJ comes out, and AJ's like, "Fucking, I'm just going to Raw. Fucking do what I want."
No brands anyway.
Or probably just stay on
Well,
SmackDown.
my thought was like maybe
True.
this was just because they couldn't get Heath Slater to show up to do the job, so they're like, we'll have Apollo Crews.
Could be. Well, speaking of SmackDown.
Speaking
We're not there yet.
Speaking of jobbers,
Speaking of
Baron
jobbers.
Corbin versus Roman Reigns.
So we had the Drew McIntyre spot in this.
Yeah.
He comes out and fucks everything up, right?
So
Well done.
So McIntyre comes out and he's like beating the shit out of Reigns. Nobody does anything about this until like the very end. Rollins comes out, and like it was after he got fucked up, and like there was no like what's the
He's
fucking
like, yo, if you want to be a little bitch, it's okay to be a little bitch. Roman, just say you're a little bitch.
hold on.
It's all right.
This was a huge missed opportunity that was lost on me. Like fucking hit us up on Twitter and shit, and let us know, cause this shit made no fucking sense to me about how does Dean Ambrose get involved. Right? You have Roman Reigns, who's supposed to be like the star of the Shield, right? Despite the fact that Seth Rollins has taken a major back seat, in spite of the fact that he's going for the Universal title at WrestleMania. Do you realize that? No one's talking about Seth Rollins. Everybody's talking about Roman Reigns and the Shield. Seth Rollins is now 3rd in the Shield, in the storyline, right? We talk about Dean Ambrose because of his expiring contract. We talk about Roman Reigns because of his return. We talk about the Shield. Like, Seth Rollins is a distant fucking 3rd or 4th in that conversation. So this is a stellar opportunity for at least Seth Rollins to run down and save the day. Number 1. That whole segment could have played out the same exact way with Seth Rollins coming out at the very end. Like, you could say, oh, he came out eventually. But nah, he came out like after McIntyre had done all the fucking dirt. Right? So that's the first part. The second part is that now they're walking through the hallways, right? And they convince Roman, Seth Rollins convinces Roman Reigns to go get checked out, coming to the nurse's office and shit, coming to the trainers, and so he's going in there, and Dean Ambrose is the one that turns around and he's like, I want to fucking match with Drew right now. That should have been Rollins. Yo, you are facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the title.
Yeah.
What point do you like? What do you get out of Dean Ambrose making that match? Well, you're probably gonna set up something at Mania, sure, whatever. But what's more important, the Universal title or like Dean Ambrose's secondary story that he's fucking leaving?
My guess is really it's just so that they could get someone to do the job to McIntyre, right? Because you got to keep Seth hot. You can't have
That's
him.
true too.
You got to keep Seth hot. You want to keep McIntyre hot.
If you do that match, you have that. You run into that problem that how you gonna end it? Because now you gotta have both guys look good. You can't get one over now.
Then you could say you already fucked up Roman. Fucking Lashley and Baron Corbin comes out, and then like it's a 3-on-2.
I mean, it's not like they haven't done like no finishes ever. You know, like they could probably
I got you.
do 2 or 3 of them shits in a row.
I got
if they
you.
wanted to, all the way to Mania, and then that could set up the fucking McIntyre and Seth right afterwards anyway.
Dean Ambrose stays behind with Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins goes and he challenges
with
Drew, right?
Yeah.
Lashley goes and fucking jams the door closed, and now they can't get out of the trainer's room. And then fucking Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre and maybe even Bobby Lashley later on fucking go and just beat the ever living shit out of Rollins. Rollins fucking loses. It's a street fight, fucking no DQ, false count anywhere anyway. Palapinga.
Palapinga.
But you see that Seth Rollins has it in him to like fucking really stand up to a tougher, bigger opponent.
Right.
Because that's what you want to convey, right? You want to convey that he has a fighting chance against Brock Lesnar. But right now, I feel like he doesn't even have the balls to face Brock Lesnar, let alone fucking defeat him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like storyline wise, like that was a missed opportunity. You build some babyface, sympathy by getting his ass beat on. You fucking trapped Roman Reigns with Dean Ambrose. All sorts of fucking rumors can fly from there that he tried to convince him to stay and blah blah blah. Like whatever, dog. The story writes itself. Like I don't understand what this like. What did you accomplish by this?
I mean, but it had a good build up, a mini build up to the match though, with Ambrose and McIntyre.
I mean,
afterwards for the main event.
The exchange was good. Dean Ambrose did everything that he needed to do to make that work.
That worked out pretty well for the main event. Smackdown, gentlemen.
You want to talk about the better show?
Yeah.
The A show.
Was it better? Was it better this week? I feel it was. I feel it was by a long shot.
It was good. Se me paró.
Ay, Dios mío, como madre.
El corazón.
Oh.
Disappointing.
Yeah, me too. Oh well.
Shane McMahon.
Here comes the money. The dirty money?
Here comes the sucre.
Shout out to the sucres.
No nice things.
So he says that he's tired of people looking out for themselves and always going hitting them up for when they need something, to put themselves over, get themselves over. Anybody buying that?
I mean, that's the best they got.
How's he gonna make him heal? I mean, that's really.
Oh,
Okay.
whoa! Where are your pants?
No nice things.
No nice things.
Oh,
Speaking
nice
of no
thing.
nice things, No Nice Things Tailgate WrestleMania April 7th. Every chance we get, motherfuckers, you gonna eat that shit.
So Shane immediately challenges Miz for a match at WrestleMania.
Why? Why? Why the fuck? Like
Because we've been
know.
sitting through this for 4 pay-per-views. That's
Vic.
why. And now this is what they had in mind all along, which they could have had it 1 pay-per-view months ago.
You could, but you could have made this announcement the Monday before.
Of Mania?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted more build to this shit?
Yeah. Give us something.
No, announce it and then don't even come on TV until WrestleMania. That's it. They're
man.
done with this shit.
Nah,
They're done.
They could have they didn't have to announce it. Like Shane McMahon could have done that whole spiel, and then you give fucking Miz a chance next week to come back and do something.
Yeah, no.
And then that following Monday, it's Shane McMahon going, "Fuck you, see you in Mania. I'm gonna jump off of some shit."
But remember, they also don't have enough time as it is to cover everybody's story. Apparently,
I want to see
God,
Mrs. Dad
shit,
back there.
the what?
I want to see Mrs. Dad back in the.
Only
Oh
if
my
he puts Shane
God.
in
You
like
see
a
how he
Kakita
got this little
clutch or
face like
Potato face?
something. Potato face, baked potato face.
Big papa rellena.
Cara de papa.
Papa
You
rellena.
leave Bruce Pritchard
So-
out of this.
So speaking of overused, Aleister Black and Ricochet again.
This is the second match I refuse to watch because we will be watching it April the 7th. Mark my
Oh,
words.
my God.
This is the last time you see these guys in the ring again.
Nah,
so I
it's
said,
bullshit.
fuck
They're
it, let me
gonna
not
wrestle
watch it.
every Monday from
Right.
here on out, and it's gonna be some combination of this. So Aleister Black and the Hardy Boys versus the Bar and Shinsuke and Rusev, and I mean the match is fun. It was good,
Another
Sure.
multi-tag match.
but I'm not invested. Although I love the Hardy Boys, It's just I can't get behind. Like I will not commit to this.
Well, it's
whole
all right.
NXT
It's all
thing.
right because the investment comes after.
Tell me.
Randy fucking Orton.
Yes.
He came out and he made some damn noise. He made a match watchable now. Well, everybody was like, AJ and Randy, they were kind of, on both sides of the fence here. You got a vet and you got the new vet, the new face that runs the place, so to speak. He came out shooting at
the mouse that runs the house.
Oh, the landlord that runs the house, at least. He came out shooting on the indies, man, and they were throwing jabs, yo. They were throwing jabs. Did y'all peep what he said?
How about that picture of Randy Orton with his Intercontinental title and an AJ Styles poster right in the background?
Yo, facts.
WWE
Facts.
signed
I think
AJ
that was
Styles.
back in 2004.
Nice.
Hey.
Well, speaking of that pose, AJ Styles was like, yo, you talk about the indies so much and you don't like it, but you follow me well. And with moves like this, I don't think you would have fared so well in the indies, brother. I mean,
Whoa,
brother.
Whoa, no nice
Ñaño?
things.
Ñaño!
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
So this is one of those things where Randy Orton, when he shows up to play, no one can touch him.
Yo.
He elevates something nasty. Bro.
Everything.
Yo.
Yeah,
Facts.
he's got like a certain demeanor to him that just always makes you like, yo, this is must see. Yo, this is must see. Every time he's on, you're like, yo, I gotta see this shit.
Yeah, but not just him too. Where the hell has this Styles been, though, man? Where has this AJ Styles been on the mic?
AJ Styles hasn't done anything differently. This is Randy Orton's doing.
You think so? Cause Styles pulled some shots too on AJ. I mean, on Randy. Like he hasn't been. I've never seen him do some mic work in the E like this.
What?
It's kind of like
Nah,
how
he has.
it's
he's
kind of
been
how
like-
they said like Ric Flair could take like a broom and make it a 5-star match.
I do understand.
I think
do
it's
understand.
Randy
okay,
with
so,
AJ.
So you okay? I feel
Yeah,
you.
I
I feel
think-
that. I feel that. Okay, so yeah, Randy led.
Listen,
You're saying.
I might feel differently if I watch that 2 or 3 times, but just first impression was that was Randy's.
Randy's doing.
That was
okay.
Randy's doing.
All right.
I just felt like everything AJ said was in response to
Oh,
Randy.
rebuttals.
It was
Okay.
there was no elevation of the moment. It was just all like retort.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it
do
was great.
thinking
It
back
was a good
now.
moment. It was a really good moment, and I think that AJ Styles he played his part. But like, there's also times where like one person leads and the other person follows, and this was certainly AJ Styles was B to Randy Orton's A.
Super hyped though for this promo.
Cause yo, this happens, right? Like remember the Attitude Era. This is exactly. This segment shows or should show Vince exactly how you build, right? We don't need every rivalry to have endless matches. They just had a moment in the ring.
Yeah.
And yo, Randy Orton won this moment in the ring, just like he may have won a match. Now next week, AJ Styles might win that exchange.
Right.
And then
But
now
they've
you're like,
fallen
ooh.
away from that.
Yo, but
so
feel me, hear me
bad.
out, right? So now Randy Orton wins this week. Next week, AJ Styles wins, but now Randy Orton can't handle it because he's the heel,
Mhm.
right? So Randy Orton reacts physically,
Yeah, that's when they first.
and
touch.
that's what. And now that go home Monday, or Tuesday, right? They go off.
Yeah.
They go off, and now
Yep.
you're like, yeah,
That's
I'm
the
in.
heat.
'Cause
That's
look,
the fucking.
Because look
that-
where we are 3 weeks out, and we're like, yeah, 3 or 4 weeks
You
out.
stall. You save that. You save them touching and getting physicals for the end, the last possible moment.
Monster Factory, right?
Yo,
That's
101.
what we learned at the Monster
That's
Factory.
101, ladies
Right?
and gentlemen.
You wanna build that. You wanna make me see you beat the shit out of each other, right?
Bro.
And that's how you do it. You avoid beating the shit out of each other before. You make people pay for that shit. Ronda Rousey was absolutely right. Pay $60 to see me armbar somebody. I won't give it to you for free. That's what a heel does. That's good. That's solid.
Facts.
That's solid.
This week shows like all promos. Now that I'm thinking, like this promo had me hyped. The Usos promo before that had me hyped when they called out. They called out the
Oh,
Hardy
word,
Boys
word,
and
word.
the entire.
They
tag
called out
division.
everybody.
Yeah, and then the Iconics came out, and they had themselves a little vignette,
Yeah,
know,
how
a
was
PAP. Yo, that was nice, man.
Did you like it?
Their
All
show,
Iconics.
they were so in sync that it proves why they should be the tag team champs.
I think they're the only real tag team,
Yeah,
and they deserve the title.
and it's not just in the ring. Cutting promos, they finish each other's sentences, guys. This is
Yeah, no.
I wonder what else they finished.
They developed.
you gotta pay for that.
Wow,
Cool.
that's on the Patreon.
Yeah.
They've developed like that kind of like idiosyncrasies that like they just show that they're a fucking unit, and they deserve the titles, man. Like I didn't like Sasha and Bailey. Sasha and Bailey was like friends thrown together. And yeah, that works. Friends thrown together. It's worked. It's a formula. It's worked a million times. But
they had matching gear.
At that frenemies.
Right. The frenemies. But they've always been best friends, like the Four Horsewomen, blah, blah, blah. Iconics are a tag team. They're a unit. But they're chicken shit heels. They've got to, like, develop a little bit of a mean streak. So I'd like to get them to really show it.
Becky Charlotte, round 100.
See, and this is the thing, right? Like, you got to stop feeding me this fucking storyline.
Charlotte dug a little deeper this week, though.
Yeah.
She kind of came out of the she played up the role of her being, you know, the Ric Flair's daughter, whatnot, and being the best in the division actually too. She did claim it. She came out and she was like, "Listen, I run this show, so this is why they had me do the job, because they needed to trust somebody." So she kind of went a little, you know.
It's a matter of consistency,
a little
right?
shoot type, you know,
like
promo.
Becky's been hot for a second, but Charlotte's
6 years or whatever.
The thoroughbred.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So I like that part. That was different, but same. Yeah, a lot of what Mr. said, same shit.
Have you noticed that Becky Lynch hasn't really won a promo war in a minute?
Not really, but I don't think anybody's won the last couple ones at least. I think it was all just like. We keep doing the same shit.
You could say Charlotte got the one up here.
But
yeah,
I don't think that she's won a promo war because she can't back it up because of this injury. Think about it.
Nah.
I think she's doing great selling.
Nah, because she came out here and she was like, "You dope, you plastic face dope." And I was like,
yeah, she was a little weak. She was a little weak in her jabs.
You could do better.
The jabs were a little weak.
Am I the only one that kind of believes that maybe Becky has a ghostwriter on her Twitter account?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's come up a couple times.
Could it be him?
Speaking of him.
I mean, rumors have it that he might show up at Smackdown at some point.
Right, Fox wants Eminem to participate. Right, those were the rumors, and then Eminem's people. I think that was reported by Fightful.
So Fox wants SmackDown to be a little edgier, and they remember one of Eminem's first 2 albums or something that they want to bring him back. Apparently, they don't remember this.
I dead ass.
That Marshall Mathers
like 8 lyrics that I was like, "Fuck, I cannot say." And then I was like, "Yo, these just the first like 8 things that I was like, oh yeah, this is oh shit." I was like, "Damn, all right, well that's what you want. You don't get it." I appreciate that. If that's true about a Fox wanting edgier content, then I'm down.
Yeah, man.
And you got me.
They need that. Yeah.
So the Eminem thing, right? Eminem's people were like, "Nah," but Fightful stands by it, right? Like they're like, "Yo, watch." So like you'll see what the end result is. So we'll see, I guess.
Right.
So we see Daniel Bryan backstage at Mr. McMahon's coming out of his office or whatever. Interesting, right? Interesting little moment, but it has more to do with tonight. Well, later on tonight, R-Truth and Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe and Andrade. Whatever.
Another one I didn't watch because I'm gonna watch it at Mania.
R-Truth and Rey Mysterio win, but Joe beats the ever living shit out of Truth and Andrade, because Joe's the heel, and I love it.
Yeah, and well, he got pinned by R-Truth. He got rolled up by R-Truth. I think anybody would react that way if I was.
But that's how you build like this like heel, man.
Right. So the thing is, it was Ray that got the pinfall on him, right?
I think so.
What do we expect for Mania here? Ray and Andrade or Ray and Joe? Because now I was torn because I thought it was gonna be Cena Joe. Now I'm leaning towards Cena Angle.
Yeah, I think it'll be Cena Angle.
I don't know where Joe's gonna fall now.
I think that I don't see Truth in this.
I can see these four though in the same match
again.
I think
either it's a 4-way or it might just be Ray and Joe. And Andrade.
Ray and Joe.
Andrade gotta be on that.
I think Andrade's on that.
But then if you put those three, why would you leave R-Truth out?
Yeah, right. So it might be that 4-way with Rey Mysterio and Andrade fucking like bleeding over into another pay-per-view.
Ugh, my God. And Mania at that. Yo, I'm sorry, but why would you can't do that, man.
What?
You got the same match. I understand the same wrestlers involved, but you got the same exact match more than once, and then another time at WrestleMania, like on the card, at least put it on the pre-show if you're gonna fucking do it again, right? I'm tired of this shit already.
WrestleMania is interesting this year, right? Because it's not only is it in our hometown, but apparently it's fucking 17 matches.
My God.
So I'm just looking at it real quick.
At least rumored.
I
Total
don't.
rumor.
Yeah. The rumor, right, is because this rumor still has John Cena versus Samoa Joe. I don't see that happening. There's probably going to be an Andre the Giant battle royal, right?
And
That's a
women's.
possibility. A women's battle royal.
That's two.
But if it's 17 fucking matches, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's not.
Dear
Oh my
God.
Shane and Miz.
Right,
Orton,
Randy Orton and
it's a
AJ,
lot.
Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Riot Squad, Bailey, Sasha.
Oh, Riot Squad. Okay.
Yeah, Usos, Bar, Hardy. Boys.
That's gonna be a ladder match, yo, with all
Oh.
tag teams. I think.
That should be a ladder
You're looking
match.
for the rumored matches?
Yeah, I can't find them right now.
I got it.
You got it? Spit them out, bitch.
Pinche güey.
Pinche, güey. Pop up the trailer.
Come on, bro, let's go.
So we got obviously we got Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. We got Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan.
Coffee.
Café Bustelo.
We got the triple threat for the Raw Women's title. Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda. We got the Cruiserweight title match. The tournament winner against Buddy Murphy. We got a multi-woman match for the Smackdown Women's title. So it's Asuka, and they haven't announced who else will be in the match. Multi-team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. A Raw team, a Smackdown team, an NXT team, and Sasha Banks and Bayley. We got a multi-team match for the Raw Tag Team titles. A team to be announced versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Revival. We got another multi-team match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. A team to be announced versus the Hardys versus the Bar versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Usos. We also have a rumored United States match. John Cena versus Samoa Joe.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening. I think that's gonna be Angle.
Another multi-man match for the WWE Intercontinental title.
What's that?
Finn Balor versus someone to be announced.
La puta tu madre.
I think that's a multi-man match.
Yeah. Batista versus Triple H. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
I think that Batista match is gonna be good, man.
I hope so.
I wanted Hell in a Cell, man.
I'm not trying to see a Brock Lesnar Goldberg, the first part.
Nah, I think Triple H respects the business enough. Yo, cause not for that, he puts on good matches, even when they're bullshit matches. Like on that whole DX versus Undertaker and Kane, like that was Triple H did his part in that match. Like that match was
He got
shitty.
injured again. That was
I
his
mean,
role.
he got injured, but yo,
that was
the
scripted.
match,
It was supposed to happen.
moving the fuck on.
Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan. How we feel about Kevin Owens' face run?
I can
Horrible.
dig it.
Yeah?
Terrible.
Why?
He ain't no fucking face.
Nah, he ain't no face.
So
Nah, man.
I ain't no
you
fucking
know what really
heel.
bothers me?
You're doing a good job,
It's the
though.
same shit. Fuck you guys.
I get Kevin Owens supposed to be the anti-hero, but that stunner is really weak.
Every week it's getting
It's Rock
a little bit
Rock,
unbearable.
It's
but
the Rock sharpshooter week.
Hey, no, listen.
ouch, that's
Let's be
cold.
fair.
That's harsh.
Go back and watch Austin's first couple stunners.
Oh, terrible. No, there is a phase where the stunner was a
Yeah, the
terrible
stun-
look.
so
Until before he started giving him the guillotine kick, that's when he started the gut kick, the gut kick to the gut
Yeah.
before to set it
that's
up.
where the fucking gut kick goes,
Yeah.
bro. It's to the gut.
Oh
yeah,
right,
yeah.
like not in the knee,
Kevin-
the
No,
gut.
no,
Kevin
it's not
does-
his fucking knee.
Yeah, you
Kevin,
fucking
Kevin
pendejo.
does the gut kick, and it still sucks.
He does it, but
Right,
it's just,
right. No, but we're saying the first stunner. So maybe there's a little bit of a curve he's learning.
But it's not like there wasn't a path set before him,
Facts.
and he didn't. This is how he learned English by
Okay,
watching Monday
let's
Night
be
Raw.
fair. Let's be fair though. Let's be fair. Maybe it's the selling. Maybe they're not selling good enough for him.
I'm not looking for Rock level selling.
No, not even that. But
but I
maybe
feel
it's
it's
just
I feel it's the
sell.
execution.
You think so?
Because the selling.
I'm
would
not
help
gonna
it.
disagree
Kevin
with you
Owens
because
is not the excellence of
it's
execution.
He's not
He's
Bret
definitely
Hart
not.
by any way.
But I can't disagree with you because I do notice it, and it's like I do cringe a little when I see it.
You know what? You know what it reminds me of?
But
it
Mischief's
it
point.
reminds me of a fan doing their favorite spot.
It
That's
does,
all it
though.
is.
It really looks
But
like
he's
that.
a pro.
I think that's why I like it.
It looks exactly like. Nah, but Mischief's point last week was that. What the fuck was your point last week?
You know what's better than that?
I
You
don't
know
know
what's
how I
better
feel
than
about
that? The springboard stunner that John Cena does is better than that shit.
No,
Wow, no.
that's
Yeah.
excessive.
My point last week
Yo,
was
you
that
said-
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how I feel about it being brought back in general. But
Oh,
yo,
okay,
it's
okay.
been 20 years. Like, it's about time. Like, yo, there's X amount of moves in the universe that you can pull off.
Yeah,
And
you
the
have-
stunner had always had that sort of like impact, like that bang bang, right? So it's about time that someone did bring it back, but I just didn't feel right because I remember Austin and the tail end of his career and him pulling off
no.
those seamless stunners, man.
You made that point, but I was talking about the point that you said. It's hard to let go sometimes.
yeah,
too.
it's hard to
It's
let
hard-
go, and I own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It-
I know it's me being a fucking Mark fan, and like, oh, I can't let go of Austin.
It's difficult when you know it's Austin. Austin was the guy.
And because when Disco Inferno did it, I wanted
Oh
to
my
throw my
God.
TV out the.
But you
fucking
see,
window.
Disco Infernos was more like the first version of the stunner without the kick. And I'll tell you why, because when you look at notice that his legs are planted together and shoot up. Austin's kind of like doesn't really have that. Like he's loose. His whole body's loose when he just brings it down. Disco Inferno feels more what's the word I want to
Like
use?
the original
like-
stunner by
Not
Mikey
stiff,
Whipwreck.
but more performed,
Called the,
more
River
more
Snapper?
more practiced.
It's more
refined.
yeah,
Refined, okay.
But that
uniformed.
yeah, that gives Austin that edge, right? Like
The
he's
ruggedness.
Yeah,
That's why you like Austin's more.
But you know what though? Like
True.
it'll always be a callback to the previous one, right? Like when Ziggler hits the super kick, we all think
Sean.
right.
But we don't when the
Or-
Bucks
or-
do it.
Or remember when
No.
because
That's true.
when the Bucks do it, they don't treat it as a finish,
That's true.
right?
Okay, good point.
When the Miz does the figure four, it's a really shitty
Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It's actually almost a Jeff Jarrett figure four. But,
Oh my, yeah.
Ow, that hurt my soul.
TNA.
So, let's just
Shout out to
move the
Global
fuck
Force.
on, right? Vince McMahon comes out and he's talking to Kofi Kingston about his
Cafe.
title shot. How do you feel about this? Because Vince is talking all this shit about a teachable moment, this, and then the New Day come out. And I have a problem with how much the New Day speaks for Kofi. I feel like the New Day talks a lot
yeah.
for him. And so I really appreciated his comments here because you really, really felt his words. It felt like he really spoke from the heart. He talked about like his son and the Tooth Fairy and not being there because he's a company man and he does everything he wants.
Hook and
So-
sinker, baby faces.
And you bit, right? Like you fell in love with this. So tell me about it. Like why?
I don't-
Why?
I don't know,
'Cause-
but he did a great job pissing off the fans, though. I think Vince reached, yo. He mentioned, and you're gonna be a Hall of Famer, but not by
as-
yourself. You need to be with the new. You don't deserve to be in there without the New Day. I think that's just a reach to piss people the fuck off.
I felt like that was
man.
a shot at Double A.
Yeah,
but,
already said that. Yeah, he told me earlier today. Yeah.
I thought what was more interesting was when Kofi said, "You don't allow people like me."
Yeah.
Oh
to have a
yes,
chance.
yes.
And even if you guys notice, if you guys rewatch that, Vince's reaction to those words is like, "What you trying to say,
you trying to
motherfucker?
say?
What you mean? Yeah, we got a Black History Month.
But you know what it
Roger just
reminded
won
me
the
of?
title.
You didn't see what we did with Lashley?
Y'all remember when
And
when
R-Truth.
Hunter and Booker T went at it at Mania?
Oh, it got personal. It got the promos were a little
It
yeah.
kind of started tilting towards that way.
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Where it
they
was
kept-
like, one of you can never hold this title.
Right. They get back to him getting arrested and all
Right,
that
right.
shit. The past with Booker T. Yeah, man. They pushed the envelope. They push it, and they're doing a good job.
But Kofi ripped it.
Yeah.
He did his part. He ripped the mic, and this shit was litty. Got me fired up. But now I don't know how much further we can drag this out. Like, so he has a gauntlet match, and then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
well, no, it's all built. So he's gonna win the gauntlet match. If he doesn't win, it's gonna be another chance the week after. You're gonna get Kofi Bryan. just enjoy the ride, I guess. You know, I mean, it's gonna be filled with anxiety and ups and downs,
Trash.
but mostly trash. But this is what it is, right? This is the road to WrestleMania. This is the road to the No Nice Things tailgate. And that's all the time we have for you folks.
No Nice Things tailgate April 7th, 1 p.m. We out here.
Talk to
Either
'em.
you're there in person.
No nice things, brother.
Oh, shout outs to JP Savage who's not here with us today.
Wah,
Right? Shout outs to Easy Steve.
We still don't give a damn where you get your fix, because you know you getting that fix. And now, live on YouTube, baby. So keep handling that. Be sure to give us that 5-star. Hit that 5-star on us on
We'll give you
iTunes.
5 fucking chair shots.
Bang, 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 bang. We out here.
Shout out HPC Too Sweet.
10 count to 10 toe. Peace.
Deuces.